Welcome back to the Vocal Troubleshooter and this week's topic. Okay, so today we're going to talk about losing your voice. This is an issue for singers, clearly, right? However, there are many reasons you might be losing your voice. You might be sick. You may have laryngitis. Now, people assume laryngitis means you've lost your voice, but there are many reasons you may lose your voice. Laryngitis simply means that you have an infection in your larynx, but there are many other reasons you may lose your voice as well. You may have allergies. You may be sleeping in dry air or be exposed to a lot of dry air, like air conditioning or dry heat. You may have acid reflux, where particularly as you're sleeping, that acid is rolling up, burning your vocal cords. It could be creating a lot of mucus and phlegm. So there are some reasons there that you may be losing your voice on a regular basis. There are also some more serious reasons you might be losing your voice. There are some real health concerns that can cause you to lose your voice. Rheumatoid arthritis. You could have nervous system disorder, malignancies, thyroid problems. These all can cause vocal loss. But what I'm going to focus on today is mainly the vocal loss that happens for singers after they've been performing. Now, if you've been performing and after you perform you find that you're losing your voice, it's an indication typically that your technique is poor and problematic. And that technique is literally beating up your vocal cords. So when you're losing your voice, it's saying, hey, you're hurting me. And that's telling you that you've done something to your vocal cords. What you've typically done is you've put so much pressure on them that you've made them swell. And swollen vocal cords won't vibrate, and this is why you're losing your voice. So there are three main reasons why that might be happening. Number one is volume. Most people on stage, and certainly if they're untrained singers, sing much more loudly than they should be singing, particularly on the upper part of their range. But even a trained singer might find that while they're performing, they end up singing much louder than they think they're singing. And that's often due to the stage volume. You've got a drummer behind you that's pounding away really loud. You have an amplifier from your guitar player on one side, your bass player on the other. The stage volume can be so loud that even with monitors, vocal monitors, you just can't hear yourself. And when you can't hear yourself, you're desperately trying to hear yourself sing, and you don't realize that you may be singing much louder than you think you are. So volume is definitely one big reason that you may be losing your voice, that you're just plain singing too loudly. And as you're doing that, you're really putting a lot of pressure on your vocal cords. Another big, main, common reason for losing your voice is your breath pressure. If you use your breath to carry out your voice, then there's no pressure against your vocal cords. But if you're not using your breath properly and you use your breath to push out your voice, then you're putting a tremendous amount of pressure on your vocal cords. And that done over a period of time, over an evening of singing, will certainly make your vocal cords swell. And you'll probably lose your voice before you're even finished with the night. And then your voice will be gone for several days after, most likely. And then the third most common reason that singers lose their voice due to vocal abuse is that they allow their larynx to rise up as they're singing higher instead of maintaining a low larynx position. So when your larynx raises up, it takes a tremendous amount of pressure to try to get past that closed larynx position. Your epiglottis is closed down against your larynx, and you can't get any sound out, and so you continue to push. And it goes back to sort of the breath pressure issue, but it's as a result of your larynx raising up. It can also be caused by you stiffening and pulling back your tongue, but often that will happen as a consequence to compensate for the fact that you're not using your breath properly. So it may be any of these three issues, and most likely some combination of all three of these things are causing you to lose your voice. Once you've lost your voice due to this kind of abuse, the best thing you can do is just rest your voice. That means try not to sing, speak, and don't whisper. Whispering just blows more dry air against your vocal cords, which will dry them out even more. So try not to use your voice at all as much as you can, for as long as you can, until your voice comes back again. The good news is that vocal cords are very resilient, and as long as you stop doing the thing that caused this problem, and you don't do it too frequently or too repeatedly, then your voice will come back and they'll bounce right back. The problem occurs when you do this frequently, when you're doing it often and for long periods of time. When you continue to abuse your voice, your vocal cords start to, or won't stretch, they're swollen. They are now start to rub together as you continue to sing in this state. And that friction, them rubbing together, causes calluses, which we also refer to as nodes or nodules. Just like calluses you might get on your hands from shoveling, if you stop shoveling, the calluses will go away. The same thing is true for nodes and nodules. They will go away. Now, there are a couple types. You may have what we call soft nodes, and soft nodes will go away more quickly, and it's something that you've created but you haven't been doing that long or that ferociously. And then there are hard nodes, which is an indication that you've been doing this for a longer period of time, and these calluses have become hardened, and they take longer to go away. However, they will go away if you stop doing the thing that caused them. The problem is that many people are not patient and willing to wait for them to go away on their own. And so as a result, they may seek out surgical removal. I would never recommend surgery for nodes and nodules. Since they will typically go away on their own, when you have surgery, you're always taking the risk of a scar on your vocal cords where you're having that node or nodule removed. And scar tissue, of course, will form there, will not allow that part of your vocal cord to vibrate. So it's not a risk that I would recommend taking for something like a node or a nodule. However, there are other issues that do require medical intervention. Now, if you continue to do this, it's very likely that you'll have more serious problems. You may create growths on your vocal cords, polyps or cysts. You may even have hemorrhaging vocal cords, and we've heard about plenty of celebrities who have hemorrhaging vocal cords. These do require medical intervention, surgery, injections, a number of things that they're not going to go away on their own. So you're going to need some assistance. I will always recommend that you get multiple opinions before you do have any kind of surgery on your vocal cords, and definitely recommend that you seek out an ENT who specializes on working with singers. And that would be, obviously important because they have an understanding for the importance of the perfection you need in your vocal cords, and that you can't tolerate just even the smallest amount of scarring is not okay with you. However, the goal is to get to these problems long before that happens. So hopefully you will acquire your proper technique. You'll stop doing the thing that's causing the problem. You'll be very vigilant about it and about your technique and using your voice, particularly if you're out singing night after night, you're on tour, you're doing long gigs. It's very easy to have this kind of problem. So you want to be very cautious about your technique and how you're treating your vocal cords, because it's your instrument and you can't just go to the store and buy another one, right? So hopefully this is helpful to you. If you know anyone who you feel could also benefit from this, please share it with them. Please like the video if this has helped you. Make some comments if you feel there's something that you'd like to say on the topic. You want to go back and see other videos like this, please go to my website at bangonrecords.com or subscribe to the YouTube channel or both. You can also like us on Facebook, join us there and follow us. So that's all bangonrecords.com. It's YouTube/bangonrecords, Facebook/bangonrecords, or just plain bangonrecords.com/blog, and you can see more videos. See you next time.